Coming from Chicago and the Philippines, a comprehensive review of the week's special community events featuring many exciting personalities handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Objectively Eurosports Innovation. I'm Joe Mauricio. I'm so excited. Our friend from Florida came in here, and he is no other than David Foreman, a natural herbalist.
Exactly. I go by the Herbal Pharmacist.
Pharmacist. Yeah. Yes. Welcome to Chicago's winter, man.
Good to be here. Yeah, I love winter here.
You love the winter. Well, the reason why he's here this season, flu has been very, very rampant throughout the United States and possibly the world. But why is it that this virus is getting out of control?
Well, first of all, a lot of people focus in on the flu shot, and normally, and the flu shot is designed. It's basically science's guess on what the 3 or 4 viruses that you might come in contact with this year, and that's what they do. What they found, what happened was the virus mutated. Mm-hmm. So what they put in the vaccine is not what most people are getting exposed to. So instead of being about 70% effective, which is a good year for the flu vaccine, it's around 23%. So so it's only a quarter. So for me, those are not good odds.
Uh-huh.
And so what happens basically in the world is that when bacteria and viruses get exposed to medicines and antibacterial type things, they mutate. They change how they operate so that they're not susceptible. They don't get killed as easily.
Okay, when viruses and bacteria mutate, how come the natural remedies still effective in dealing with the viruses?
You know, that's a really good question, and the reason that natural products continue to work, even though maybe the flu shot doesn't, is that the supplements that we're taking are designed to support your immune system. See, we wouldn't get sick if we took care of our immune system.
Uh-huh.
You know, we're talking primarily white blood cells, and so if my body's producing enough of them and they're active and ready to respond when they do, because you know you're going to come in contact with the virus, you know you're going to come in contact with bacteria. The difference between someone who gets sick and someone who doesn't is the person who doesn't get sick, their immune system is stronger. And so what these supplements do are they like the ones that I use for prevention, they get your immune system active and ready, so that it's sort of like being on watch, so that when a bacteria or virus comes in contact with your body, it's ready to destroy it like that. Where there's also supplements that people can take that, say you're already sick, those things actually rev up your immune system. They cause your body to produce more white blood cells, and I don't recommend those types of things for long periods, because it's not good to overstimulate your body in any area, and the immune system is one of them. So that's why they're working on a different area. They're working on either supporting or stimulate your immune system to do what it was designed to do, what your body was designed to do, which is kill those buggers.
Yeah, I remember.
I like that. Good word.
Yeah, well, long time ago. But you know, I still can, even though the natural remedy is effective, I still, you know, viruses and bacteria are smart. You know, they know what's going to kill them, and they know that the natural remedy will also prevent them from attacking a person or human. I mean, human.
Well, you can't rely on just one thing, though. Maybe I didn't let you finish. I apologize. So I don't know.
No, it's okay. My thought is getting to be. Well, you have some good remedies here, though.
Yeah, no, exactly. All right, so here's the thing, though. You know, what I was going to say is you can't just rely on one thing to keep you from getting the flu.
Exactly.
It really involves, you know, other than supplements, you know, I recommend people drink a lot of water. If your sinus passages, especially here in Chicago, or any of the, you know, cold or dry air areas in the country, when your sinus passages dry out or your throat dries out, you become more susceptible to getting infection from a virus or bacteria. It doesn't really matter. So if we keep ourselves well hydrated, so all right, so you know how when you get a cold, you get that runny nose,
Right.
Right. I mean, that's probably the most common symptom that people get irritated about with a cold is that they get that runny nose or the scratchy throat because there's drainage going down the back of their throat. That drainage, whether it's coming out of your nose or down the back of your throat, is actually a healthy thing for you. And so when we take medications that stop that drainage, most of the time it's antihistamines, because we don't like the runny nose and we don't like the drippy stuff down the back of our throat. That actually is worse for you, in my opinion, than because the reason your body is producing that extra moisture is to flush out or get rid of something that's irritating your sinus passages. In this case, probably a virus or bacteria. So water is one of my biggest things. I mean, granted, you don't have to pay very much for water. It's not a dietary supplement. It's not an herb or a vitamin or a mineral. Another key thing has to do with how we eat. Sugar is one of the worst things you can consume for your immune system. And yet, what do we sit around? We just had the holidays. We just had Super Bowl. We're coming up on Valentine. I mean, there's like all these different things in the winter months where we consume a lot more sugar, I think. And sugar is one of the worst things we can consume. It decreases immune function, also decreases the amount of immune cells your body produces. And then getting rest. I don't know about you, but when I get run down, that's when I'm more likely to get sick.
Oh yeah. Your defense system is down.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds like you need something now.
GSE. The CDC recommend that you wash your hands with soap and water.
Right.
I don't think that effective. Washing hands. During my micro time, I did a study on washing hands about 5 times and putting the thing on nutrient agar, and still, after 10 times, you still see a lot of growth in there.
Wow.
So
that's going back to your hardcore. That's interesting because the CDC does recommend 20 to 24 seconds of warm soapy water.
CDC.
So maybe, so I do have something natural I brought, and a lot of people focus on hand sanitizers. I have 2, maybe 3 issues with hand sanitizers. Most people buy the alcohol-free ones.
Right.
They dry your skin out. And here, you're already suffering from dry skin in the winter anyway, so you end up getting more issues with maybe cracks in your hands. The chemical or drug they use in alcohol-free hand sanitizers is linked to causing antibiotic resistance.
Yeah.
So it's causing these viruses, bacteria to mutate even more.
Yeah.
It's like it's adding more fuel to the fire, so to speak, in the wrong direction. And then that same chemical is also linked to messing with your hormones. So
we don't want that.
No, we don't. Right. Well, that's a whole other topic.
Story.
Exactly.
GSE. Okay, what? Grapefruit seed extract.
Yeah, that's what GSE stands for. So it's grapefruit. I'm gonna turn it around just so in case the camera can pick it up. Grapefruit seed extract is what I call my natural hand sanitizer. And what this is, it's kind of cool. I can show you real quick. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it's oily. If you want to look, I don't know if you want to use it or not. So if you want to try it, it's just kind of oily. So this is my natural hand sanitizer, and no odor. And the neat thing is, because it's a little bit oily or greasy, especially when your hands are dry, this is kind of feels good.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I like it. Sometimes I don't. Like today, I do because my skin's dry. It's cold today, but sometimes it's a little sticky to me. So that's one approach to helping maybe. The way people get a cold or flu is by the virus entering through their nose or their mouth. And the way we do that is by we shouldn't touch our face.
Hey, CDC has a count on how many times you touch your face.
Oh, really?
On a daily basis.
I try not
do you know
to.
How many?
I open doors with my elbows, my wrists.
Do you know how many times do you rub your face?
No. Do you know what the number is?
16 times a day.
Wow. Yeah, and so that's why I think we get sick real easy.
Yeah.
All right.
So okay.
There, I just touched my face right there. I had an itch.
Water. Why is water so important?
Well, I was just talking about making the moisture in your sinuses. Yeah, because you want that fluid to be able to run. That fluid running will flush those viruses and bacteria if they're going down your throat into your stomach to be destroyed. And then I've got 2 supplements. I live on the road.
Oh, okay.
I flew 140,000 miles last year and I didn't get sick. And I think it's because of these 3 things primarily. Drinking my water. I'm a big fan of taking probiotics. probiotics, I specifically like something called InSync, INSYNC. I don't know if the camera's able to pick that. That's mine, yeah, exactly.
InSync.
InSync is a probiotic that to me is very special because it contains the right balance of these good bacteria. We know that having enough good bacteria in your digestive system helps support a healthy immune system. But the other reason that I love InSync is that the tableting uses a technology called GI Guard. GI means gastrointestinal,
Yeah.
and what the tablet is designed, or how it's designed, is with GI Guard is that the bacteria in the tablet will not come free from the tablet until it passes through your stomach. Stomach acid will kill bacteria. So if you're taking a probiotic right now, and it's a capsule, a powder, even some other tablets, and it's not using GI Guard, there's a chance that a majority of that's being destroyed by your stomach acid. So if you use something like InSync, you'll get those bacteria to go where they need to be.
And the next one is the Hexos.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, AHCC. They shortened the name because no one can probably pronounce. You and I can because we're science guys, right?
Yeah.
So AHCC is a medicinal mushroom, and the way this works, it works in a couple of different ways, but primarily it works to support or activate your immune system. So it gets your immune cells ready so that when they do come in contact with a virus or bacteria, or any mutant cell for that matter, that's not normally part of you, it'll destroy it right away. And the cool thing is, for those people who did get the flu shot, just a sidebar, there was a study done where people took AHCC and the flu shot, or just got a flu shot, and they found that people that did both AHCC and flu shot had significantly better results from the flu shot than people who didn't take AHCC at all. So these are the three things that I literally live on. I travel with that in my backpack when I'm on airplanes. The grapefruit seed extract.
Yeah.
And so this is my prevention thing. So if you're not sick yet and you don't want to get sick, and maybe you're thinking, well, I don't even want to get the flu shot, this is my route to go right here.
Okay. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face.
Right.
Drink a lot of water. HCC and Hexos.
And InSync. Yeah, exactly,
InSync.
right. And then let's say, for instance, you didn't listen to any of my advice, or or you're watching this weekend and you're sick already. I have three things that I love to recommend that will kind of fire your immune system up real quick.
Right.
And so, like, if I know that I have a cold or flu right now, I'm a big fan of using zinc. You want to get zinc lozenges, though, the ones you suck on. You do not want to get the swallow tablets. You want to get the lozenge and just suck on that, because there's some effect of using zinc, the topical aspect of it in your mouth. Taking vitamin C, not just one tablet a day, but taking probably you want to take thousands of milligrams, throughout the day. That'll fire your immune system up. And then, of course, echinacea. Echinacea's got mixed reviews in studies, and the problem is the studies were just ridiculous. Echinacea and vitamin C and zinc are not to prevent the flu or a cold. They are for when you get it. So if you are coming down with something, using any one of these three things will rev up your immune system, so that so maybe you're feeling bad today, and if you didn't do anything, it's going to be 8 to 10 days before you start feeling better. With these, it'll probably cut the duration of your illness at least in half. So these are the kinds of things that we use at our house. Yeah. So, and it's expensive to miss work. If your kids can use zinc lozenges. You can find chewable forms of these as well.
You can buy the thing over the counter. Though,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. I bought all these in a health food store. You can find most of these even in a pharmacy, grocery stores. Pretty much everything I have here is relatively mainstream. The grapefruit seed extract, you might have to go to a health food store for. The InSync is available in pharmacies and health food stores, and AHCC, same thing. So, and those are the names of the ingredients.
And this is most important. You can buy this thing. Well, you can get this thing free from the Chicago water system.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna go on that. I'm sure there's things in that water I don't want to have in my body. Purify it, then you can have a purification system in your house,
we
right?
do.
Okay.
We
yeah.
do.
Well, I know you guys do. That's for sure.
Okay. What else? Give me an update on what during this flu season. Measles. How come they keep saying that the vaccine causes autism, for example?
Well, they're talking about more of the vaccinations for children for those types of viruses, and in my opinion, the jury's still out on that. Some people think it's linked to the preservatives they use. Some people think it's from the viruses themselves. My opinion is sometimes I think that the reason children end up developing these behavioral, or mental health issues like autism. I probably didn't categorize that correctly, but I feel like oftentimes we over-vaccinate, too many vaccinations.
Correct. Yes.
And to me, that's like trauma to the whole body, not just the immune system, but the whole system and nervous system being part of that. The other thing is that I sometimes think we vaccinate when the children are not feeling well. And I really feel like if your child has any symptoms of a cold or a flu or whatever, then it's not going to hurt to wait a couple of days or weeks until they're better. You need to get vaccinated when you're feeling well. When you go in and you're not feeling well, that puts a lot more stress on your body, and the body's going to react in different ways. That's why for some people it causes digestive problems, some people aches, body aches, some people autism. I mean, there's so many different reasons. So I don't think it's just one reason.
Okay. Any last words for?
No, I think we covered it. I think we did a good job. We did the best we could in 10 minutes.
Well, you know what? I really appreciate you dropping by and talking about prevention. Prevention is always better than cure, and if we can prevent it, try this product.
Exactly.
Don't use those things that might cause some side effects. So use grapefruit seed for your hand wash. Water,
In sync.
InSync,
AHCC.
the Hexos,
Yeah.
the
You
zinc.
know that one.
Yeah. And then, of course, mega dose of vitamin C and I can even pronounce echinacea.
That's okay.
All right.
That's my job.
All right. Thank
Hey,
you very
bless
much
you.
for
Thank you so
dropping
much.
by and in sharing the cure and prevention for flu and whatever.
Cold, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for dropping by again. This is Joe Mauricio, and thank you for sharing your Sunday with us, and I hope to see you again next week.